this will be a workshop on default replacements. It will be on clothes, and if you go to the workshops forum, you can find links to the outfits that I'm using in this. If you have an outfit of your own picked out, feel free to use that. And I will be going through this very slowly and methodically, so any questions you have, just message them. I have the chat open. Hello, Julie. So the first outfit I picked is one by Io. It is called the Lola dress. It's in this folder. We can start by extracting the dress, and I have it up here. Good that it opens on the other thing. Oh, hit the start button on the event. Oops, don't know how to do that. I have decided that I want to use this to replace one of the base game outfits, and I'm quite well versed in default replacements, so I already know the outfit that I want to replace. However, if you just know what it looks like in game, you might not know where to find the name of it. Sure, you could go on the default database and try to find it there. But I would say the most foolproof method of finding the outfit is you open Body Shop and find it there. You have a ton of my default replacements. Oh, that's nice. I've also made a ton, so that checks out. Let's see. So you can go to create parts, start new project, and this will be an outfit. And I know that the outfit I want to replace, it's near the back of the catalog. So I will scroll over to it, and it is this one. Again, I know that it's called AF Body Short Dress Boots. It comes in these 3 colors. Just pick any one of those, export selected textures, name it, oh, I misspelled that. Name it something, accept, and then just re-import it into the game. What that does is now you can go to your saved Sims folder and find this outfit. Again, it is called project because that is what I saved it as. Wait for it to load. And here is the name of the outfit. Anything before the underscore is related to like the mesh name itself, and anything after the underscore is the name of that specific recolor. So what I can do now is just copy this. You can't always right-click to copy in SimPE, so I'm holding Control and then C to copy. Then I will go to the Finder. I will set this to property set search, match, and paste this by pressing Control V, and then I hit start. And let's see how long this takes. SimPE is not always kind. If you have the Ultimate Collection, you might not be able to use the search tool or the resource finder just right off the bat. There's some stuff you need to set up to make SimPE recognize all your file locations. But if you cannot follow along this step, there is another workaround for it. You will see here also that this outfit was included in base game, and then for some reason it was updated in whatever stuff pack 7 is. I think that might be kitchen and bath. For the most part, I find it easier to use the resources from the latest expansion pack they are available from. You can look at these lines in the property set here from the Stuff Pack 7 version. And if I compare it to this one instead, they are sorted differently. These are sorted alphabetically for some reason, rather than these ones that are sorted in a way that makes sense. But what we need to do is, now that we have found the outfit, we've found the 3 recolors. Those are the ones we saw in game. Animal is the cheetah print, then there's black and red. We need to start extracting these. You need to extract both the property set and the 3D ID referencing file that goes with it. Make sure if you don't see them next to each other, make sure to sort by instance. And what you're looking for is that they have the same instance number. Then you know they belong to the same outfit. I like to extract these together. So I click one of them, I hold Control and click the other one. Then I right click, choose extract. And when I'm working on these things, I tend to just save everything to my desktop because I have nothing else there. You can make a new folder, you can navigate to where you want to save these things. Just put it somewhere you'll remember it. You can name the folder like default replacement resources in all caps. But yeah, I just do desktop because that's where SimPE suggests to put them. And then I press OK, and it will say extracted 2 files. And if I now go to desktop, I will see that I have 3D ID referencing file in here and property set in here. And now we need to do that for the other 2 resources. Well, the other 4 resources technically. So here is short dress black. Again, you can see the instance numbers match up. Control and click, extract. When OK is marked like that, you can just hit enter. So you don't have to click it. The enter button works as well. And then do the same thing for the last one. Some outfits will have tons of recolors. There are things that have like 20 or 22 recolors. But this one is nice. It only has 3. Now, if you don't know where to find these and you don't have, the finder doesn't work for you, what you can do is you can go to, well, I have it saved here. But if you have Ultimate Collection, go to your Ultimate Collection folder, then double deluxe, in this case, base, TS data, res, catalog, skins, and then everything you need is in skins.package, basically. So if the finder doesn't work, go to skins.package for the outfit in question and find it there. Let's see if we can... What did I even pick? I picked AF body... AF body... short dress boots. Good thing I remember. Let's see here. AF body... Is it here? Short dress boots. And here it's easier to sort alphabetically, find the resource and mark it, then sort by instance, select them, extract, click just the property set again, sort alphabetically, go to the next one, sort by instance, and do that all over and over until you've extracted everything. It's important that you extract the things because you never want to directly edit the resources in the game files. This way, if you mess something up, you have a backup, the game is untouched, everything is like in a package that you have created. Now what we need to do is we need to get our extracted resources and put them in a new package. You can just hit create new package, then you right click, choose add, and then you go to where you put your resources. You want to get these, mark them all, open, right click again, add, and now you want to go to the property sets and these as well. Hit save, save them as whatever you want to. It's a good idea to have the word default in there. I don't for some reason, but it could be a good idea. So you could name this like default AF body short dress boots workshop Rudhira. That's what I'll name it for this workshop. And save. And now the next step, what I like to do is to start getting the resources that I need to put inside this file. So in this case, again, it is we can delete those, we're done with them. I have the LOL address, and again, that is linked in the workshops forum. And I'll start off by extracting the mesh, or the mesh resources. So put that in. You can also open files by navigating to them with the open package button. But I'm just gotten used to like having the folder open and then dragging whatever I want to open into the SimPE window, which is why I do it like that. But any way you open it is fine. You want to start out by checking the GMDC. This one might look like it has two groups because there's the body group and then there's the body group. But anything that has the same, like every unique group name is a group. If it says body 1 time or 2 times or 5 times, there's just one body group. And that's what we'll be starting with for this. And then we don't do anything with the GMDC. Instead, we need to go to the shape resource. And we want to extract this. Hit extract. And name this, we can name this Lola shape. And we also need the resource node, or the cress. I don't know how you would pronounce any of these things, but let's call it the cress. You want to extract that as well. And we can name it Lola cress. Now we want to go back to our default replacement package. Oh, you can do this a few different ways, but we're going here for now. And there are a few different ways you could do this right now. An easy way, actually, I'll show you later. I'll do the hard part first, and then I'll show you an easier workaround. Do we have any good ones? Oh yeah, these have several things, but let's just start with emptying this out. You want to select whatever line is in here, then you right click and you choose delete. And then you want to do that until everything is empty. And then you commit. Make sure you also save pretty frequently. You can save by either hitting this icon here, or you can press Ctrl S on the keyboard. And then everything, when you commit something, it becomes italicized in the list. And when you save, it goes back to being normal. Now I want to right click, choose add, and then I want to add the crest in the shape that I extracted. Oh, that's my cat. And then I want to put them inside this 3D-ID referencing file that I emptied out. And if you look at one of the other ones, you'll see that it goes resource node, shape, material definition, and we need to keep that order. So you want to click package here, and it'll bring up this package selector form in a separate window. Select the resource node, drag it into here, select the shape, also drag it into there. The cat did not say mom, she doesn't speak English. And you can close this for now and commit. And changes were committed. And then I can save again. Now, do I want to do this manually for all of them? No, not really. So what I can do is I can right click on this, extract. I can name this 3IDR because it's a 3D-ID referencing file. Then I get the next one and I can click replace and replace it with this 3IDR. And you see that it now has the same resource node and the same shape. So the mesh has been added to this and I don't need to do it again. Another thing.
Replacing, are you retaining the same instance and instance high values of the original 3IDR?
Yes, you can see here in the property set here, like this is the 5D E4, this is still the 5D E4. It's just faster to do it like this than to like manually delete them all and then pull the mesh resources in there. Something else you can do If you've made custom content regularly before, you might be familiar with this. You can go to Tools, PJSE. Let's see if this is going to crash my computer. You were manually deleting them. You only need to do that once. And even if you have a 3D ID referencing file that you've emptied, you can use that as a template. You can empty out a 3D ID referencing file, extract it, save it somewhere, and just name it empty. And then every time you go to make a default replacement again, you can just import your emptied out 3D ID referencing file. But you can also go here, and then you can choose the mesh here. And then if we navigate to something else, let's see, this only changes the top one apparently. So in this case, we would still need to empty out everything else. And in that case, I think it's gonna be faster to just do this. Yes, it's very, this part is, because right now we're just doing the mesh. And then we hit save again. And now you can go through your resources and you see that they have been updated with the new mesh information. We can delete these from the file. You can either right click and hit delete, or as it says here, you can press shift and delete on the keyboard. And they will be grayed out. If you ever hit delete and then realize, oh, I wasn't meant to delete that, you can right click again and hit restore. But this time we want it gone.
So just to clarify, you can either add the crest and the shape and then rebuild the 3IDR with the package window, or you can link with the what you call it, the PJSE tool.
Yeah.
Those are the two options.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's pretty much just whatever you prefer. And then we can save again, and now we're back to this. Now we need to go into the recolor packages. This one has 3 recolors, and I've picked an outfit that also has 3 recolors. If that's not the case, then either, like, if you have fewer custom recolors, then you might have to skip some or find another outfit to replace the other options with. If you have too many custom recolors, you'll have to go through them and find which ones are good, but this is nice and easy. So we'll open the first one, and what we need is basically everything that starts with hashtags. So I will just select these. I will right click, extract, press OK. Then I go to the next recolor. Again, I need everything that starts with a hashtag. If you want to select multiple things in a list like this, you can either hold Control and click them individually, or you can press the top one, hold Shift and the bottom one, and it'll select everything between them. Right click, extract, and the last one will do the same thing. And once we have everything, yeah.
When you're pulling in the recolors, is it overwriting the former recolor? That's why you get new hashtags every time?
It's not overwriting anything. Like here I have the Lola dress blue open.
Oh, is it opening them individually?
Yeah, so here is Lola dress blue. Here is Lola dress brocade, has new numbers, and here is Lola dress red. So I could also go in here and like open the separate recolors.
Okay. I guess usually, I guess you haven't made any changes, so it's not asking you to like save anything.
No.
So you can just open it up every time. Okay. I don't usually open them that way, so I'm like, what's happening?
Yeah, that's just opening them. Now that we have our texture resources, well, texture resources in this case, we need both the texture images and the material definitions, but those tend to kind of go together. As long as you have a texture, you also need a material definition. You can have a material definition without a texture, but they're still very like closely entwined. Anyway, let's go back to the default replacement. file. And now we want to add the recolor files. I realize now that maybe I made this a bit more complicated than it has to be, but this is the way I like to do it. Again, you need to go into both the texture image folder and the material definition folder when you are adding the things to make sure you get everything. And then we can hit save again. Now what I like to do is to sort by instance, because this means that I will get this instance number first, and these are for the red recolor of the dress. Then I get these ones for the black recolor of the dress, and then I get these ones for the animal recolor of the dress. And now I need to figure out what I'm going to put where. I want to put the material definitions in the 3D-ID referencing file. If I click package, again, I could drag these in here, but I don't know which is which. So I want to go to one of the textures and make note of the group number. They tend to all start pretty similarly, like 5F or 5FC something, 5F. So I tend to look at the end of the group number, but it doesn't really matter. You could memorize the whole thing. But I know that this brocade recolor ends in group number 7710. And I want to use this recolor to replace the animal recolor of the Maxis dress. Then I will click in the list. Here's animal. I'm looking for this instance number. Click here. And then I can open the package selector form. It's still in a SimPE window here. You can close it in between and then click package again. And I want to make sure you enter a material definition. If you get a texture image resource and put it in the 3D-ID referencing file, it will not work. You got to get the material definition. And I know the third entry here, or the third piece of information, will be the group number. And I know it's this one. I'm looking for 5FCC7710. I'll grab that, pull it into here, and commit. Then I'll look at the next one. And it is this that ends in OB4B. And I want to use this recolor to replace the black recolor of the Maxis dress. So I find black, it is this one. I go back to my package selector form, and black we said was OB4B. Get that material definition, pull it in, and commit. And lastly, I could probably figure out that the one I haven't used yet is the red one. And I want to use that to replace the red dress. And that was the C671. And now we're done with the package selector form. Press commit and save. Always make sure you commit and save. If it's hard to look through an entire list like this, something you can do when extracting, I'm going to open one of the recolor packages again. Something you can do when extracting them is you extract, make new folder, and we could call this blue. And then you can extract the files into your blue folder. And then I'm just going to put it in another file for now. And then if you go to that folder, you will know that all the resources I have in here now are for the blue recolor of the dress. And then once you open them in the package selector form, you won't even have the option to choose another material definition because this is the only one in there. But if you do it that way, then you also have to delete them all in between. So I find it easier to just put everything in there at once. We can delete some of these old files now as well. But yeah, back to this project. Now, something else we can do is if we look at just the property sets, there are some changes you can make. For example, with this Lola dress, it has boots. And did someone say something? Oh, I guess not. If you go to the shoe line of the property set, you can see that this says 4. Oh, it has. Oh, I guess those are heels. Okay, let's do heels then. If they were boots, I would put shoe sound 2, but they are heels, so I'll put shoe sound 3. If you don't know what to put, I would say just leave it at 4, because that is the normal shoe sound. Oh, there's a hole in the mesh. Well, you could fix that when body shaping it. Yeah, let's put 3 for shoe in all of them. Something else we can do while we're here. Age. This is a base game outfit. Yes, you can control shoe sounds. It is 0 is nothing at all. 1, I don't remember. 2 is boot. 3 is heel. 4 is normal shoe. 5 is sandal. I think 6 might be like a slipper, like a, or is that 7? Oh, the ones.
Specific one for the knight.
Yeah,
Like
there's the
from
the
Knight from
clanking.
OFB.
There's the clanking metal shoe.
Yeah.
But yeah, when in doubt, just leave it at 4 because that's gonna be the most natural.
Can you edit this in outfit organizer?
I don't know. If you can edit like the default
The
replacement package.
the shoe cell.
Oh, that I don't know.
Because I mean, for as long as something has the GCPS, as far as I understand, it can be edited in outfit organizer. So outfit organizer has this cool little drop down. It takes the guesswork out of.
Well, if outfit organizer can edit shoe sounds, then you should be able to edit shoe sounds of default replacements as well. I just don't use outfit organizer, so I don't know what it does.
Oh,
That's why I'm saying I don't know.
okay. I will experiment with it then.
I know the SimPE scan folders tool lets you recategorize default replacements. But yeah, while we're here at age, this is a base game outfit before young adults were even invented. But if we add a nifty little 4 here, this will now be available for both young adults and adults. Something else we could look into, category. You can change this if you want the outfit to be available for more categories. We can stick a little 2 here, I guess, because I want it for formal as well. You can go for baby, toddler, and child outfits. You could change gender from 1 or 2 to 3, which would make them unisex. Don't do that for teen or above meshes though, unless it's something like the astronaut suit or the llama outfit, because the necks don't really match up and the bodies don't match up in general. You can also change the flag's value. This currently has a flag's value of 0, meaning that it appears in the Create a Sim catalog and it can spawn on townies. If I don't want this to spawn on townies, I can set the flag's value to 8. If I don't want it to show up in the catalog, unless I use Create a Sim debug mode, I can set it as 9. If I want it to not show up in the catalog, but still spawn on townies, I can set it to 1. I don't know why I would want that. But I will leave this at 0 because it's a normal enough outfit. And then we just want to add those same changes to the other ones. So let's do 4. Actually, let's not do that because I have a better idea. Another thing, I don't know if you paid attention to this when I was going through the differences between the base game and the other property sets. But maybe you've added a default replacement once and saw that it added a custom content star. That happens when there are no version and product lines in this. And for later expansion packs and stuff packs, they are present, but in this case, they aren't. So what you need to do is you need to add them yourself. And I think it is the integer. I'm pretty sure it's this one. So just click the age line, press add again. You want to have 2 new lines. And go to the first one of them, name it version, and then set version to 2. You don't need to worry about all the zeros and whatever. You can just press a 2 or type a 2 in there and it'll autofill it. Doesn't work for these strings though, only works for the ones that look like this. And then we want to change this to product 1 and commit. And now we have made a lot of changes to this property set. And we need to make those same changes to the other 2. And I'm lucky that there are only 3 of them, but sometimes, as I was saying, you have like 20 recolors of an outfit, and maybe you don't want to, like, I can get started on this. I'll change the age, I'll change the category, I didn't change flags, I'll change the shoe that I thought was a boot, and yeah, I'm not doing that. I will go to the one I've edited, right click and hit extract. And I will just name it property set. Then I will go to this one. I will right click and choose replace. And I will select this property set. Now, before you do this, make note of the name of the outfit. Then press open. You will see now that this has changed to animal. I'm gonna change this back to black and commit. And you'll see that it has brought all these changes with it. And then I just do this for the last one. Open and change this to red. Commit and save. Now, if you have anything that you want to, like, let's say maybe you want one of the outfits to spawn on townies and the other 2 not. Like, let's say this one. I don't want this to spawn on townies actually, because it has a pattern and it could be a bit, like, look out of place. I'll just change this to 8. That's something you might have to think about if you do the copying over like this. But if you edit them all manually, you'll go through them and probably not have that issue. You can do this for hairs as well, but there's a lot more that you need to keep in mind. I will go through that in 2 weeks, but I'd say unless you know what you're doing, then don't try this method for hairs just yet. Instead, manually edit them all. Something else you can check while you're here. We already opened the mesh and we saw that there was one group named body. In here, we also see num overrides is set to 1. That means that it's one group. And the subset name is body. So we don't actually need to do anything else to these. You can right click and press add. And then you want to go back to the LOL address. And you need to change this to all files or dbpf package. You select the mesh, open, and it will add the mesh to the file. And then save. You don't have to add the mesh to the file. You can also just put the default replacement in your game and make sure you also have the mesh in your game. But if you put them in the same file, you remove the risk of accidentally deleting the mesh and then being stuck with a default replacement that doesn't work. So now we have this. I'm going to exit out of SimPE. I'm going to get my file here. I will copy it. I will navigate to where my game is. I will paste it in here. Then I will go to open body shop. And we are gonna look at a broken boot, apparently. Yeah, I don't think it should be too hard to fix
Julie
it.
and I are intimately familiar with this boot
Pardon?
because I made 3 or 4 outfits with the same boot before I noticed that there was a hole in the heel.
Yeah. That's
And
unfortunate.
it's this one old school boot.
Oh, when it's stuff that's been around forever, it really sucks too.
Yeah, because I mean, it's like the original creator
Oh yeah, there's the
might
hole.
not have been aware of it and is no longer active, and then folks who are aware of it have tried to fix it, but there's just the old mesh is already out there.
Yeah. Well, it still works for the purposes of this workshop. So you can see now that the outfit has been replaced. This still has the old thumbnails. If you're in game, you have to hold control and right click on a thumbnail and create a sim to update it. In body shop, you have to delete sidegen.package, I think it is. But that's yeah. And that's gonna regenerate the thumbnails. The thumbnails are purely cosmetic though. But then again, so is everything in this game, really. But hey, if you followed along this far, you have made a working default replacement. And I am gonna get started on the next one. Does anyone have any questions so far?
No, I think so far it's just new to me. It's a lot of new information. I'm still processing it, but that was a very good explanation.
Thank you. I hope I made it simple enough to follow along. Yeah, I'm just gonna use the same method to find the next outfit that I want to replace. And this time I wanna, maybe if you've seen the other outfit, again, it's in the workshops forum. Maybe it makes sense to you that oh, you finally found a full body outfit. I'm gonna replace this H&M dress. It comes in 3 recolors. But what is special about this is that we are, well, technically short dress boots has 1 elder recolor, but we are gonna be replacing the teen version of this as well. Again, I wanna go to create parts, and I scrolled way past H&M. This is my like mostly CC free game, so I'm used to having more stuff at the beginning of the catalog. Let's see if we can, oh, there it was. So again, just pick one of the recolors, and if you already know the name of the outfit, you can just search for it, you can look it up on the default database, you can, like, there are plenty of ways to find an outfit. You can even use, in Create a Sim debug mode, you can hover over an outfit and it'll show you the name of it and you can search for it that way. So we want to go back to documents and saved sims, and it's going to be the second one because I named it second. Well, this is nice. Okay, there we go. And this one is called AF Body Tube Top Sandals. Now, when I go again, property set search, since I want to replace the teen outfit as well, I'm gonna remove the A from here, so it just says F Body Tube Top Sandals, and then search. Because, and when this is set to contains match, then as long as like my string is in any part of the name, it'll find it. So just waiting for SimPE to load. And again, if the searcher doesn't work, for H&M, you would have to go to, is it Best of Business, Stuff Pack 5, TS Data, Res, Catalog, Skins. I think it is this one. Yes. This is where you find the H&M outfits. And you can see that the searcher has found all of these for me. So why can I not open it now? Let's go all the way down to AF body tube top sandals. Something that the later expansion packs do that base game doesn't do, which is really nice. Now I have this selected. I'm gonna sort by instance. And what is this I see? I see tube top sandals black. Right below it is tube top sandals blue and pink. So I can just select, not like that, select all of these together. You can either, again, hold Control, click individual ones, or hold Shift to select everything in between the ones. Right click, extract, and again, I'm just saving this to desktop because that's where I like to work. And
so you're saying that these instants in the newer expansion packs, the instance values are sequential?
yes,
That's cool.
it is so much nicer. For anyone starting out with default replacements, especially if you're doing hairs, just do not touch any of the base game things because they are so much more complicated for no reason at all. Anything from a later expansion pack is a lot easier to work with.
It doesn't make sense that when they put the base game together, they didn't do the instance values of the GCPS and the 3IDR in order. That's
No,
just bonkers.
super weird. We do still need to do the teen outfit as well. I wonder, it doesn't let me do the double click thing, maybe because I already have it open. But we'll go down to, this really has a lot of AF outfits and then not a lot of anything else. Tube top sandals, again, sort by instance, and I can see that they are right next to each other. Extract, and OK. And then we want to create a new package and add all of our new resources. And then save it as, what was it I saved the last one as? Default. And then I hit save. Now the outfit I picked has a bunch more recolors. You can see the preview here. It's this nice tube top dress, which is why I picked it. And I can see the swatch here. And I have decided that I want to go with this black recolor. I want to go with this darker blue one, and I want to go with the pink one. And I need to find those in here. So I'm just going to move out the resources I need. I need the mesh. I need the black. I need the blue. And I need the pink. Then I'm going to go to the teen file or the teen folder. And I need the mesh. And I don't actually need anything else. You do not need to use separate material definitions for anything. If the texture works for the adult version, it's going to work for the teen version as well. So everything I'm getting from the teen folder here is the mesh, because I already have the recolors. You can know for sure that this works if you have something that is texture referenced to other ages. But if it's mapped differently or has different textures, then you need to individually go through and get everything. But here I have the resources that I'll need, and we can start with the mesh again. So I get the mesh, and I check the GMDC, and here I see that I have two groups. I have body and I have no blend. And what do I do with that? Well, first of all, I can look at one of the recolors. What is in the body group? Okay, the body group has shoes. If I go to no blend, okay, this has the dress. Now I know that. I'm gonna go back to the mesh. I will extract the AF shape and the AF crest. And I will also go to the teen mesh and I will extract the, was that the shape? Yes. And the crest. Now, something you can do if you want to be a little cute about it. This wasn't the best dress to pick for it, because everything has different shoe colors. But if I look at body here, the shoes for the black dress are black. The shoes for the blue dress are black. And the shoes for the pink dress are white. So I want to pick, let's name these shoes white, and extract this one as well, call it shoes white. And then I want to get one of the recolors with black shoes. I'm going to extract this and call it shoes black and shoes black. And then I will go back into my default replacement package. Now again, I need to start putting all the stuff I need in here. However, what I will do this time, I will add, and I will pick the, this is the teen one. I just named it crest instead of TF crest. That's smart of me. I will select the AF crest, the AF shape, and I will also select shoes black and open. Again, I will empty all of this out. And if you don't want to do it this way, you can use the tools and the linking stage. And you just select the correct mesh. You'll see it have updated, but you still need to delete the material definition.
So either way, it needs to reference the crest, the shape, and then the TXMT.
Yeah. I'm gonna go into package, and I'm gonna pick the material definition from the black shoe and put it in here. And then I will commit. Now I will extract this, name it AF3IDR black, because I need to differentiate between them. And then I will use that to replace the blue one. And now I've brought with me both the resource node, the shape, and the material definition. Because I'm going to use the same shoe texture for both of them, I don't need to add it twice. I can add it once and then they get to share shoe textures. The pink one, however, I needed a white shoe. So I'm going to remove this one, Shift delete and save. Then I will add the shoes white material definition. I can add the texture at this point as well, just to see, like, okay, I have the white shoe here, good to know. And then I will delete all of these. I will put the resource node and the shape, and you might be tempted to also drag the texture image right in there. No. Material definition. Always material definition, never put any texture image lines in there. And then commit.
It doesn't hurt. It's just an extra line of text that you don't need.
It does hurt. it will affect things later. If you put a texture image line in here, you will break things.
Oh, well, don't want that.
Yeah. Now we want to do the teen resources. Empty all of that out. Instead, add the teen resources, and we can do the black shoes again. Empty this out. Package, resource node, shape, material definition, commit. I can extract this and name it EF3IDR black. Replace the blue shoe with it. I can even do this. I get the pink shoe, replace it with 3IDR black, remove the material definition line. Then I'll clear all of this out and save. And I add the material definition for the white shoe instead. Or I don't even have to do that, because I can go to AF body tube top sandals pink, where I know that I put the white shoe. I click this material definition line, go back to the teen one, right click and hit add, and now I have the white shoe material definition over here as well. Now, between ages, that is something you can't only do for the recolors because they have different meshes. So you need to do it for either all of the same age, and you can do that trick with a mesh, or you can do it for things that have the same recolor, and you can do it for the material definitions. But make sure I'm not going to click the resource node from the teen and then add it to the adult, and I'm not going to click the the material definition for the black shoes and add them to pink. So make sure you keep track of what it is you're doing. Now I can delete a lot of things. I can delete the crest and shape resources I extracted, and I can delete my placeholder 3IDR things. I'm gonna keep the shoe recolors because I need to add them later. And I'm gonna go back to these recolors. Oh, that's where I put these. And now I'm gonna extract these. I've already extracted bodies, so what I can do instead is extract this one, name it dress black, dress black. Then I go to the blue one, dress blue. But yeah, you do always have the option of just selecting everything and extracting it. It just comes down to the way you prefer to do things. But a good thing about this method then is that I select dress black. I know that this resource is dress black. If I then go here, there's only one material definition for me to pick from. I know that's going to be the black dress. And same, I can do this and commit. But then I need to delete this before I get started on the next recolor. Or what you can do is, like, I have a ton of resources here. I have the shoes, I have the dresses. I like just adding everything at once and then having it here. So I want to get the next dress, which is the blue one. The group number ends with 58AF. I'll go back here, package, and 58AF, and commit. And what I can do here, again, is I can click this line here, go to the 3D ID referencing file for the teen outfit, right click and hit add. And then for the pink one, oh, the last one I tried ends in 48D8 or 48D7. I go to pink, and now I need to make sure that I pick the correct one of these. I've learned that adult female body material definition, they will have B1 AO here. Doesn't really matter, but you can check if you go here, you will see body has B1AO, no blend has 8645. So I know it's going to be the 8645 one out of those two. And then I will commit, and I can just select this and bring it over to the teen outfit as well. And then hit save. And at this point, we can add the mesh. Go to the folder where you have the mesh. Make sure you select all files or dbpf package. You need both meshes, so you can either add them one by one or click one, hold control, click the other one, open. And now you have the meshes added here. And then hit save. So when we were looking at the GMDC earlier, we saw that it has two groups. There's the body group and there's the no blend group. And we need to edit the property sets to reflect that. If we look at num overrides, this is set to 1, which means that this outfit is set to work with just one group. If I load this in game right now, I will see, I'm not going to load this, the mesh now, but I would see anything that is part of the body group. So if I were to look at this in game, I would likely just see the shoes. I would probably see the legs and the arms and the upper chest area, the shoulders. And then anywhere the dress would go would just be nothing. Maybe you've seen that happen before if you've had like conflicts between default replacements or whatever, but there will usually be like a void part of the sim. So we need to make this recognize the other group as well. We will start out by changing num overrides to 2 because we have 2 groups. If you have more groups, you need to change this to a higher number. And we can commit. Now we need to copy these 3 lines. We have the override 0 shape, select it, and then hit add, and then change this to a 1. Then select the override 0 subset, click add, change this to a 1, and also change the name of the group to whatever you need. In this case, no blend. And then finally select the last one, click add, change the 0 to a 1, and change the value to 3. These values, you actually see the start of them here. This resource key index here with value 0 corresponds to line 0 of the corresponding 3D ID referencing file. You count these as 1, 2, or 0, 1, 2, and 3. So line 0, resource key. Line 1, shape. Line 2, the third line, is where I have put the material definition for the body group. And this was where we put the body group. Which is also, if you have several material definitions, you need to be mindful of the order you put them in. Try to always start with the body or the top or the bottom group, because it's the least likely you'll mess it up that way. You can change the order, but you really shouldn't.
Question on that. So you can put them in any order, just as long as in the GZPS it's pointing to the correct TXNT.
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
I can move the resource node down, but then I have to change this number to be 0, this to be 1, this to be 2, and this to be 3. But
so it's best just to retain the original order and not mess with it.
yeah. But now we've done everything we need to make this recognize that there are in fact 4 lines in here now. We can look at some other things. I don't really remember. Oh, we did have high heels for this, I think. So I'm gonna change the shoe sound from 5 for sandals to 3 for heels. Category, I'll just leave at 7. 7 is everyday only. And everything else looks good. So I will hit save. Again, adding these can be pretty tedious, and I don't want to have to do that for a lot of packages. So I am going to extract this, and I will name it AFGCPS. Then I will click the blue one. Again, make sure you remember the name of this. I will right-click, replace, select this, and change, I'm sorry about my cat, and change the name to blue. And I will do the same for the pink one. And change the name to pink. That also doesn't really matter. You can name these whatever they want, but I find that it's easier to make sure they have the correct names, because it's very hard to recognize an outfit just from the instance number. Now I have to edit the teen outfit as well. And again, I don't want to manually add all of those lines again. So I will go to replace this. But this changes the age from 4 for teen to 48 for young adults and adults. So when you're doing this between ages, you need to make sure that you update this to match the age that you're working with. 4 is for teens, but everything else should be the same. Generally, you only need to change the age and then the name if you want it to be correct, and then commit. And since I already, the property set that I used for this, I had taken from the black recolor, and I used it to replace the black recolor, so I didn't actually need to change the second part of the name. In order to not have to do that for all of the property sets for the teens though, I will extract this one, and I will name it TF-GCPS. And then I can use that, and then I'm back to only needing to replace the recolor part of the name instead of having to replace the age. Because if I click the adult one, I need to replace the age and all of the name. When I click the teen one, and it's just that. And then commit, and hit save again. And now I have my 2 different shoe colors. Again, they can use, this can be really useful if you have something with a lot more recolors. Just going through and finding, okay, what is using the same textures? Where can I save on textures? Can keep your file size down. And if you have like a transparent body group or something, you can just use the same one for all of them. No need to extract a bunch of new different resources. But again, that is everything we need to do. I have a lot of resources here. Oopsie. I'm gonna navigate to my downloads folder. I will put this in, and I will open Body Shop.
I was gonna say, erase your CGen right quick.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you already launched it.
No, that's fine. Let's see, where is that? Here. Yeah, I can delete some of these resources.
And then that way it should show with the correct thumbnail.
Yes. Oh, I can go to build sims. It is gonna load all the thumbnails all over now though. Let's see, where are we gonna be? Here somewhere? Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, so there's the blue, the black, and the pink. You can see the different shoes. These 2 share the same shoe textures, no need to add it twice. These have their own shoes. And we can check for the teens as well. And again, like, I didn't even add any unique textures for the teens. These all use the same textures. So I've replaced 6 different outfits technically using only 5 unique textures, which I'd say is pretty good. And that's it for me. I hope you guys have learned something.
That was an excellent workshop. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Like